Hello everyone, Voodoo here, and I'm here officially today with my 11.0 Havoc Demon Hunter leveling guide. So this video is going to help you get to 80 as fast as you can, or just the best way you can, I guess. So we're gonna have like a build for Havoc to play, as well as some tips and tricks while you're leveling. Not so much rotation stuff, we'll talk a little bit on it, but more so just kind of getting there. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go on to the video. Before we get to the video, a quick word from this video's sponsor, and that is going to be G Fuel, but not just G Fuel this time, it's also going to be Neopets. Now Neopets is one of those things that if you grew up in the early 2000s, late 90s, that you probably know a little bit about. It's an online gaming pet simulator, take care of thing with a lot of really cool creatures. It was really popular when I was younger. I remember coming home and playing this, and they're turning 25. And to celebrate, G Fuel is releasing a brand new flavor and bundle just for them, the Great Golden Slushy and Golden Berry flavor. Now there's an entire bundle with this as well, as you see on your screen right here. So if you remember playing with Neopets when you were younger, you love that stuff, or you just want to help support the channel, go check them out. The flavor is delicious. It has like 17 different berry blends to it. It's got the energy flavor in it as well for helping with gaming, gym stuff, or anything else. So just go check them out. Neopets turning 25, help celebrate with that, and check out G Fuel as well, the hydration formula for gamers. So use code Voodoo or link in the description, and thanks for sponsoring the video. Now on to the real one. All right, so the first thing, of course, that you're going to want is a talent build. Now I'm here on the WoW calculator, so I can kind of show you a path, but as you'll see, you're going to want to play Felguard while you level. Felguard's going to have a lot of burst to it, which is going to be very important, and also just going to be really quick at dealing its damage, and not going to really suffer from the downtime between packs like Eldrazi Reaver would. Eldrazi Reaver also, again, just takes a lot of time to do its damage, doesn't have that burst, so it's not going to be as good while you're leveling. Now you can play it if you want. I'm not going to offer a build for anything like that. You can puzzle around by yourself, but Felguard's going to be your best. And for leveling build that I recommend is going to be this. As far as we're aware, tier sets don't shut off. I haven't gone all the way to 80 on the beta, but some people have, and as far as I'm aware, you just have your tier set the whole time. So if you have the Havoc Demon Hunter tier set, you're going to want to have all these glaive talents, and you're going to want to play no mover. The reason for that is that you just want that consistent damage. It's high damage on all the targets. You'll get your I-beam back often. I'm playing 1 point in Unbound Chaos here because you're fel rushing a lot. And whenever you use your Immolation Aura, you'll have a really powerful fel rush. And at lower levels, this will probably just kill a lot of things, which is going to be pretty useful. If you don't want to do this, you can just take this out and put it in something like Looks Can Kill, or something up here like Critical Chaos. And I now have to rebuild this entire tree here. Other important thing that we are playing is going to be Restless Hunter. The reason for this is that it gives you another charge of fel rush once you leave demon form. So this just gives you more mobility. Obviously mobility is the name of the game while you're leveling. This gives you more fel rush charges, gives you more speed from Felfire Haste, and just more ability to cover ground as a demon hunter. For the tree itself here, you're going to want to pick up this point pretty quickly on. Pursuit of Angriness. This gives you 1% movement speed for every 10 fury you have. Again, just further increases your movement speed. You can have so much speed. From there up, doesn't really matter too much. You just want to kind of grab all the talents as you can. Picking up damage is really important. Burning Blades is good damage. This is pretty minimal. For leveling, Focus Hatred is pretty bad too. So then I would go down here, grab Set Fire to the Pain, grab Enduring Torment and Monster Rising, and then I guess you get Demonic Intensity at that point. Or you could also, of course, just rush the capstone and go this way, and then start building out the right side of the tree here before finally coming down here and grabbing either of these two talents. Doesn't really matter. And then there you go. You're at level maximum, or level 80, I guess. So that's kind of the build. We'll talk a little bit about rotation just very briefly, and then we'll get on to tips. So again, this is the build. Now I'm on beta, so I don't actually have the tier set right now that throws all these glaive stuff, but just pretend it's happening as I do more in rotation. If you don't have the glaive stuff, you'd probably just kind of drop all these, pick up this point, and then just kind of you'll have an extra point here. You can put it in a few different places. Glaive Tempest is a pretty strong option, as is Essence Break, so either of those is good, but otherwise I would just kind of play with the tier set stuff. So anyways, yeah, very simple rotation here. Simply all you're going to do, if you see a target out there, just kind of hunt in and then use your I-beam basically immediately. Use your Death Sweep, use your Chaos Strike, Sigil of Flame, Immolation Aura, and if they're still alive, just meta, and then do it all again and blast them with your Fel Surges like this. Really simple stuff. You're not really going to need to do all this burst that I'm doing on the target dummy right now. But if you need it, basically just always I-beam, get your I-beam back as fast as you can. And then whenever you leave demon form, you're going to get another fel rush charge back, which means you're going to just be doing even more damage here. and then you have your IV back. Let's say you go up into another pack, meta's still up. We'll say the meta's dropped down a bit. Again, I'll just Immolation Aura. It'll be up. We'll go in, Fel Rush. When we need it, Eye Beam, Fel Rush, Death Sweep, Annihilation. And packs are probably dead by now. Everything you're hitting is probably dead by now. And then, yeah, there. I mean, not really that complex stuff. All right, we are back on live. And now we can talk about some special little tricks to help with your leveling. So gearing is going to be the first one. If you look at my character sheet, it looks a little weird if you are coming from basically anyone who knows what Havoc is. I have 112% mastery. I have 24 move speed. And do I ever move fast? Let's see if we can race somebody. No one else is walking around. Here we go. We'll race this hunter. They stopped moving. Anyways, we move really quickly. It also extends to our mount. Our mount speed's also very fast for a bunch of other reasons, but we'll get into it. So main thing is just stack as much mastery as you can. I've gone through and just crafted off pieces that aren't tier set into pieces with mastery on them. So I have mastery cloaks now, mastery boots. I made my neck mastery. I'm keeping the rings because it's a damage proc and a survivability proc, but everything else I've gotten rid of it. I've gone mastery. I have blue silken lining on my oh, I can't do that way. Blue silken lining on my belt and my wrists, both crafted with mastery, and I just have a lot of mastery. If you don't want the mastery thing, you can go like Shadow Flame whatever Shadow Flame thing for this. I'll put it up on screen. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but just go with the mastery if you already have it. Again, of course, getting the tier set's good. It remains for a long time, so it's very, very valuable. A lot of damage. And then the other thing is just enchants with mastery on them. I'm keeping Wafting Devotion for my weapons because it's just pretty strong. But enchants are going to be a really big thing as well. On my shawl here, I have Homebound Speed, which gives you speed. On my bindings, I have Accelerated Agility. Gives you Agi, but also gives you speed. More speed, the better. And then on here, I have Planesrunner's Breeze, which again is just another speed enchant. I have full mastery gems. I have 2 mastery enchants. Then up here, I have speed gems as well. We open it up. I have the Straddling Sage Agate and the Straddling Viridium. Those are the 2 most common speed gems. They give you about 100 speed, which works out to a pretty sizable increase in speed. Again, speed is the name of the game. Down here for trinkets, you're going to want to pick up an Augury. It's just a really, really good passive trinket. Passive damage procs are going to be kind of the best options. But I also like running Beacon. The reason I'm running Beacon over something like Torch, Torch is also a good option as well. You could swap to this Manic Grief Torch, but Beacon has mastery on it. Again, as someone who's fully geared, I'm 528. I'll be wearing this basically until 80 for the most part. So my damage is going to be really good no matter what I do. So I've just grabbed as much mastery as possible. The damage you gain from it's pretty solid in M+ in an AoE scenario, so it's fine. And the haste you get, of course, sorry, the speed you get is crazy. Beacon I use because, again, A, the mastery, but B, it's also just really good at nuking down a big target. I did some leveling testing, and when I was going through it, if I saw like a rare mob or something like that, I could just beacon it and it would kill it like instantly. Beacon can crit, dealing like 2.5 million damage or something like that. Would just immediately kill it and give me pretty good experience, rewards, stuff like that. So this is really good at nuking down quest mobs, nuking down any rares you see, and Grief Torch is going to go a long way to do the same thing from that. So that's all kind of the enchants and gearing and stuff like that. Try and get those things. Other things, clear out your bags. You really, really, really don't need a ton of space in your bags, or sorry, you don't need a ton of stuff in your bags. You want a ton of space, especially if you're doing gathering or anything like that while you're leveling up. Clear out your bags. I still have a bunch of stuff in here for the most part, but again, just clear it out. Some important items to get. So there's going to be 3 banners from your guild rep vendor, who's an org. I'll throw up a little thing about where he is. But basically what these do is you put them down and you get more experience. There's 5% one, 10% one, and 15% one. My guild doesn't have the 10% one, which will go right here. We just have 15 and 5. But you throw these down if you're doing a quest that requires you killing a bunch of mobs, and you get a pretty nice experience boost from them, even the 10-minute one. They last 15 minutes. They have 10-minute cooldowns. You can only use them. They put each other on a 2-minute lockout, so you can cycle through them and have a pretty high uptime of them in all reality. Also, a cloak I don't have that lets you teleport to Orgrimmar. That will be very valuable as well if you can pick that up. I will throw it up on screen again. And then in terms of consumables to pick up, there's gonna be 5 things that are super important. 6 if you want to go like really balls to the wall. There's a mastery rune that I just forgot to pick up, but you can get that. But the 5 most important ones, big ones, gonna be fried bonefish. This is a food that whenever you kill an enemy gives you a speed boost. there you go. That's it. It doesn't really provide stats, but it does provide, again, a lot of movement speed, a lot of very high uptime movement speed. You get a lot of speed from it. It's going to be very helpful at the beginning during the intro quest line from what I've done. And then anytime you're down on the ground killing a bunch of mobs for a quest, you're going to have very high uptime of the speed. It's going to be very valuable. Goblin Glider Kit, not as good because you get dragon riding pretty early on, but still worth it to pick up for any cases where you might not have dragon riding or it's only a short distance or something like that. Always good to have these. Similar to Charged File of Alacrity, this is going to be your file. If you don't need damage, which again, if you're high geared, you really don't need the damage at all. The intro drops like 400 or 420 eye level gear, so if you're in the 500s, you're good to go. This just gives you more speed. Again, 744 speed is a pretty sizable number. We can see here I have 24 movement speed. If I unclick my file, I drop down to 17%. So this alone is 7% move speed, and I am pretty deep into the speed DR. So this will give you a lot of movement speed. Good, really good to pick up. Gun shoes, again, similar place. This will be useful before in places where you can't mount. Before you get dragon riding, you just use one. It shoots you forward for roughly 25 seconds at a pretty quick pace. It's gonna be faster than ground mounts can travel and faster than you yourself can go. See here, I'm kind of speeding past everybody here who doesn't have gun shoes. Unclick those. And finally, drums. Having Lust for Havoc is going to be very good because again, Havoc doesn't have Lust. So picking this up and just having a Lust option is going to be very powerful. Other stuff you can just kind of grab, like stealth potions will be useful for some places to sneak in and out of. Combat potions if you want to just deal a bunch of damage, and then health potions, which again you shouldn't need, and you'll really gain a ton of HP really quickly to where these probably won't give you a ton of healing. It's still worth it to pick up. So one more quick thing I actually forgot in terms of consumables is going to be light step hoof plates. You can buy these from the auction house. They just give you 20% movement speed for mount speed. Very good if you're not a paladin, which we aren't. So just put those on there and it gives you just 20% extra mount speed. Very useful to have while you're on the ground. So boom, there you go. So that's kind of all the consumables, enchant stuff, tips and tricks. For the final section here, I do want to just talk about just general stuff. So leveling in the War Within should be pretty quick. Should get you up to level 77 or 78 by just following the main quest line. Now, how long it takes for you to do the main quest line will vary. It can take as little as 3 hours if you're speedrunning it. It can take as much as 12 hours if you are going, at your own pace, reading all the quest text, doing the cutscene, stuff like that. But the quest line itself will not be enough to get you to max level if you're just doing that. So good recommendation to pick up any kind of world quests, not world quests, those are disabled, sorry. Like side quests that aren't out of your way, stuff that's like, oh, I'm here anyways, let's do some side quests. They're gonna be really good to pick up. I think doing some delves will also be very helpful. And doing some dungeons as well, the dungeon quests. You can do it with follower dungeons. I don't know if that'll be quicker or not, but even just swapping to vengeance and doing the dungeon will be very good and get you a ton of experience that way. The main important thing when you're going to be leveling here is just to separate yourself from the pack. You really want to go as fast as you can at the start. That's why all this movement speed is going to be very useful. You want to go as fast as you can at the start and start to kind of separate yourself from the average group so that there's less people trying to take your mob spawns, there's less people competing for a bunch of things, and there's just less people in general. So the further ahead you get of the curve, the faster you're going to level. If you're stuck in the middle there, killing things will take a lot longer. So most important thing is just speed through the intro as quick as you can. Once you kind of get to the main city and stuff like that, things should spread out a bit, but just do that. So that's gonna be important. That's kind of all I've had. There's some add-ons you can get to use like auto quest turn and stuff. I'll throw up a list. I'm not going to mention them by name because I just don't remember them, but make sure your add-ons are up to date, make sure your weak cores are up to date, make sure you're well rested, have water, have some food, take care of yourselves, guys. I know it's exciting for the thing to level, but you are a person, take care of your needs, and just have fun, really. We'll have more videos in the coming weeks about what to do with Max, Havoc guides, Survival Hunter guides, maybe a Fury Warrior guide. We'll see how many characters I level. And I will be live on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for leveling and stuff like that. Twitch drops are not enabled. Twitch drops will be the Monday, but I'll be live for those days. And it's gonna be a ton of fun. So let me know if there's any other tips I missed out on, stuff you're gonna be using to level quickly, and things like that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, shout out to the sponsor of this video. And yeah, I don't know. Happy leveling. War Within is here. Let's go diving. A big thank you to all of my channel members. Thank you, Sky Elk, Andrew Keenel, 100,001 Zans, Brad Wisniak, Felfa Darren Dark Terror, and MagicMan133. Thank you all so much. If you want to help support me and help fund the channels and the videos, follow the link in the description to become a channel member and get some cool perks in the process. Again, thank you all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.